Daniel Kariuki, KTN News.
On to other matters now. Parts of Marsabit County, which has experienced a long period of drought, is now getting rainfall, even causing floods in some areas. Residents say their cattle has been swept away by the floods and some of their houses submerged. Our reporter, Stephanie Wangari, traveled to Marsabit County and filed the following report.
Ng'ombe, mbuzi, hata punda. Sasa hakuna hata kitu kidogo.
Jilali, a word that has now become commonplace here in Marsabit County. Basically, Jilali means acute hunger. For the last 5 years, there has been little or no rainfall in Marsabit County, one of the arid and semi-arid lands in Kenya.
Shida yetu ni njaa. Hata watoto wa shule hajaenda shule. Karo hakuna, kazi hakuna.
A grim picture among residents who can barely get a meal a day. During our 5-day stay in Marsabit County, we traversed 25 villages. All we could see was scattered carcasses and the foul smell of dead animals. The remaining cattle had a staggering gait. Marsabit County has approximately 500,000 people. Of this, the county government here says that around 300,000, which is about 60% of people, are in dire need of food. Residents in this county rely on food aid to survive, which most say is barely enough to sustain them. Today, the Child Welfare Society of Kenya, a government agency under the Ministry of Labour, is distributing food in Kubadibayu area. The society is targeting 6,000 households with a total of 24 children in the whole of Marsabit County. In Kubadibayu area, around 300 residents will benefit.
Kuna mahindi, na mahindi ni mingi, kilo 18, kuna green grams, kilo 6, kuna mafuta lita 2, kuna mchele kilo 2, na kuna uga ya ugali.
Unfortunately, Gabale Wako, who is one of the residents here, says her name is not on the list. She tells us that the last time food was distributed in this area was in December 2022.
Siku mingi kwani chakula hakuna, maji hakuna, sisi nakozana chakula tu. Si watu naenda shule na kozana chakula, hali ingine na hawezi soma shule. Nakaa nyumbani tu bila chakula. Sisi kuna njaa sasa.
Rains, a welcome respite after a long period of drought. But another problem is looming here. Floods. Due to the drought, the ground conditions are unable to deal with the current deluge, which makes the flood more likely. In Bori Junction, pastoralists are counting more losses after some animals were swept away by the floods and left families homeless when their manyatas were submerged by the floods.
We have a big river here, which is even flooding this manyata of Bori Junction. Many households here that have been affected, you have seen. Some of the houses here that are being affected by flood.
The residents are now calling upon the national and county government to provide seeds for farming so that they won't always have to rely on relief food.
As a community leader, I propose this river water to be captured and to turn it to useful so that the community will not depend on relief always.
Climate experts argue that without vegetation to capture soil moisture, it would be difficult for heavy rainfall to infiltrate, thus causing the floods.
Because of soil erosion, then the weather does not permit proper percolation of water because, again, the hard pans and also the way, the soil has been beaten by nature. So it becomes very difficult if we don't have measures for also water harvesting. It becomes extremely difficult.
Even with the sign of rainfall, Marsabit woman representative Naomi Jilowako says residents in this area will need rehabilitation following the loss of their livestock, which they solely rely for livelihoods.
Hawa watu wamepoteza kila kitu. Vile mnavyoona, hii mashamba yote zamani ilikuwa mashamba ya miraa, lakini sasa imekuwa dry kabisa. Na hii ardhi yetu is very fertile. Hata uhitaji kuongeza hata fertilizer, sisi tunapanda tu hivyo. Lakini sasa kila kitu imeisha. Hata kama mvua itanyesha, hawa watu wanahitaji kuwa rehabilitated. Kwa sababu wanyama wameisha, they can no longer go back to that life. Na tunafaa kuona ni kwa njia gani tena wanaweza kusaidiwa.
As other parts of the country continue to experience rainfall, Marsabit County, which is one of the arid and semi-arid lands, is also experiencing light showers, probably a sign of hope in the face of despair. Stephanie Wangari, KTN News.
How medics are